Good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
Would you
Happy hump day.
Would you go to bed with me?
Can you go to bed with me?
Would you go to bed with me?
We are back. Working on this config.
Would you go to bed with me?
Would you go to bed with me? Here's what we got so far for the hacking config. Not too shabby. Happy affiliate anniversary. Whoa. Really? How do you see that one? Thank you. Thank you guys. Yo, Nats. Menderford. Alright. Oh.
Would you go to bed with me?
Hell yeah. Okay. Twitch just put it on like that. Alright. Let's go back to home lab while we're working on this. So we got Waybar figured out a bit. If you see this down here, we were able to jack one of the configs from the examples wiki. And now when we go to Pwn, our Waybar changes.
I find you very attractive.
Which is beautiful. So also we should be able to go from, we have to symlink the rest of the stuff. So I'm just gonna actually make a new terminal and then we'll just go from there. This might be a little better. Ba ba ba. I don't know if that's too louder with the audio, the music. Just going off sense. Saw the tube, I didn't do it because the system was telling me to. That's a red pillar. That got the horse pill. Let's go to CD dot files. And then we're also going to okay. We're making pretty decent progress. Let's do another section and do dot files. And then we'll just kind of make our way through this. So let's start with Waybar. CD Waybar. LSA. And then let's go to cd.config, cd Waybar, LSA. I don't know. Oh, damn it. That's not good because these are symlinked out. Which might actually fuck it. This is what we need. Hyper Waybar?
I find you very attractive. Would you go to bed with me?
And we want to do for F and config and style. I messed up the symlinks when I had originally set it up, which is really unfortunate. But what this should do. So now we should be able to lntech s, very similar to this one, cd.files Waybar. LSA. And we're gonna have to link
Would you go to bed with me?
let's do LSA, and then let's do arm config. Okay, and arm style.css. And now we can do in dot files, pretty much like this, like lntech s config waybar. We want to do config style.css.
I find you very attractive.
I'm gonna do make directory home lab, make directory pwn.
Very attractive.
I don't know if we need modules, but I guess why not? Modules. And then let's go into home lab now. And then we'll do cd home lab, LSA, lntech s, waybar, home lab. We'll do home lab config and home lab style. And we want to go boom boom, cd pwn. And we want to do get rid of this, go waybar pwn. Now we can just swap these out like so. Pwn style, then we can do pwn config. Yeah, and then we also need to do is scripts. And we'll do cd bang bang, and we'll do make directory scripts. Cd scripts. And then we'll do ln tech s waybar scripts. Could I do that? Would that work to symlink everything? Would this work to symlink everything in dirt? Maybe not. I'm assuming not. So let's do art.sh gtfo hack iframe lolad make directory mind maps cd mind maps ln tech s scripts mind maps.
I find you very attractive.
Add mind 80.
Would you go to bed with me?
What is that doing? Okay. I mean, sure. We want to do. Like that. These should all be symlinking out, which is now how it's looking, which is correct. We have to break that initial one. Just chatting. We gotta change that. Why is that not, we might lose connection here. Why does it say we're in just chatting? What's the one? What should we be in? Software and technology. I don't know what category it would put us in.
Would you go to bed with me? I have
Isn't that like a software and technology category? What is GoPro streaming? If I look them up, can I see that? Software and game development. Oh, that was it. We should now be in that category. Software and game development. Nice. Tmox install conf dot. I mean, it looks like we have Waybar. This is dangerous. Actually, no, that's right. Right? Yeah, now we just have to go to config cd kitty cd home lab. So you can do ln tech as config kitty homelab.conf, and then let's go boom. lsTech LA cd pwn lsa ln tech s. We'll do pwn. This might work now. And then we can go to scripts. And then what if we do copy backup.back to backup.sh, and then we run it. Oh, wait. Wait, no, that's right. Okay. So now we should be able to go here. cd hyper neovimhyperland.conf. And if we insert this, it should push all of those files. Oh, I know why it didn't. Because it wasn't running continuously. So go to cd scripts. So say boom boom backup.sh ampersand. And we can actually test this too. Would you go to bed with me? Looks like we got Kitty Sim linked up. And we have that. So let's go back to Hyper and Neovim Hyperland. Insert boom boom. What is begin.sh? So we have Kitty now completely synced? What about, what is this fucking watching? Oh.
I've noticed you around. I find you very attractive. Would you?
Now we can sign into GitHub. I hope that worked. Let's do this MFA. GitHub. Dot files.
Would you go to bed with me?
We can test this too.
Would you go to bed with me?
Oh, we have to symlink that. Jeez, CD Hyper. LSA. Let's do RM Tech RF dark. Light. Yeah. And now we want to. We need to break that symlink.
I've noticed you around. I find you very attractive. Would you? I find
And then we can take this and do search.sh.
Would you go to bed with me?
What if we remove search.sh? That's already in there. And then we have to symlink this as well, so we can do ln tech s config hyper scripts controller sh, so everybody has access to that. Yo Blunt, yo Sad, we are getting right with dotbot, so people can copy the configs over. Because I hadn't symlinked everything to my GitHub repo. It was missing a lot of the stuff because we've added a shit ton. So we can also just look at this. What I also want to see is if I can add this into a single button. I don't know how that'll work, but that's a later issue. So let's go to Hyper. We got Hyprland. We don't really need Hyperpaper anymore. We're not using Hyperpaper. Hyperpaper. Like that. And that'll push. And we can refresh and look at that. That's that auto push script. Beautifully at work. So what we need to do over in dot files now is make directory pwn, make directory home lab, cd pwn. Let's do the same thing over here. And now let's do make directory swww. And do lntech s symlink. We want hyper pwn this, and we're gonna cd this, and then do pwn this. I think it should just be Nickelback. Yeah. That's too good. And now we can go cd home lab. Oh, there's scripts in home lab.
Would you go to bed with me?
But it's empty. Arm tech rf scripts. So now we're in home lab. We can do lntech s config hyper home lab. This make directory boom 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 cd boom 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 boom, and we have Mona Lisa PNG. All right, we're getting a lot closer. This is working out. So hyper now, I'm pretty sure is completely connected. And so now let's do config. Can I just do a dot to go back? Oh, that worked. Great. Okay. You can just do dot dot. That's beautiful. So let's do cd waybar. Let's do cd waybar. Config home lab modules. Let's remove Mocha. cd scripts. Yep, that's completely synced. cd pwn. cd home lab, LSA. Okay, so let's do this. We're gonna test this, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna ask ChatGPT real quick before I do this. How can I test my dotbot now that I have everything, I'm pretty sure, backed up? I want to make sure they deploy as expected. Because what I think I'm gonna end up doing is just copying the entire .config directory into a backup.
Would you go to bed with me? Yes.
Oh my god, wait, what? Ooh.
I've noticed you around.
Okay, so you know what we're gonna do? Watch this. ls tech lar, or actually tree.
Would you, I find you very attractive.
What do we not need here? We'll do grep tech v dotbot. No, that didn't work. This is great. So now what we'll do is we'll have AI symlink everything. Because I don't want to write that install file.
Would you go to bed with me?
of shit. You know, this will be easier to just do this. Tree into tree dot. We'll go home directory. And so now we should be able to go like this. And say, using this tree of my dot files directory, write a install.conf. And we'll do add photos. There's tree.txt. Happy affiliate anniversary. Yo, Shandu. Look at that. Stop fucking playing with me.
I find you very attractive. Would you,
That would be a pain in the ass to write. Install.conf.yaml. So let's do z dot neovim install.conf.yaml. Do we want clean at the top of the file? What does clean do? Can we just do D big G? Yeah. Oh, wait, no, we need to go D big G, delete all of that. And now, so now, to be better safe than sorry, we're gonna say copy config to config dot back. What? Oh.
I find you very attractive. Would you, I find you very attractive. Would you go to bed with me? Yes, you will. Won't you want the red or blue pill? Why don't you take my steps to deals? 2 for 1, but twice the feel like. Hey, but like my sex appeal.
Yo, Black Shell. This is Arch. Come on, man. Come on. We used to run in one too. Okay. So now,
Would you go to bed with me?
that was weird.
Would you go to bed with me?
All targets have been cleaned. Well, I guess that makes sense, right? That's wrong.
I find you very attractive. Would you? I find you very attractive.
Because that needs to be for effing. Ooh, fuck. That was actually right. That's wrong. That's wrong. For F and dot tmux. There we go. So now we can do ln tech s home boom dot tmux dot conf. Right? Yeah, okay. And then we can just remove that. And then we also need to do unlink this ZSHRC. lstackla.zshrc. And now, ln tech s.zshrc. Beautiful. So now what happens if we run that? Oh, because there. Beautiful. So assuming you were to run that on a fresh system where these don't already exist, you're now playing the game, baby. Look at that. There's Pwn. And now we're back to Home Lab. LSA. Yes. LSA is an alias. I think it's using EVA or EXA. Yeah. Which is alright. But if it's not true to LS, where if you do like LS tech, LA, sort, reverse, and make it human readable, it doesn't like that. But if you were to use true LS, I think it's user bin ls tech lastrh. Yeah, that works. Which is kind of frustrating because I'm used to using that, but I figured I'd give EXA a try. And then there's also L, pretty much ls tech la. No command A, I have S alias to SSHing to my different machines. I think Honeypot's actually cooked. Appreciate you. Thank you. And then this should open it up in Exegol, because this is our hacking context. So this config is for anything hacking related, which is why we have all of these down here also. A JavaScript error. And I think my favorite one is this hack tricks. What is this? Is this not min browse? But anyways, hack tricks automatically in the iframe. Click S, see what you want, right? Be like, okay, we need some Apache. Space through, you're done with it, boom. But you have hack tricks right here, which is the Wikipedia source of all truth. I don't know why.
I find you very attractive.
Even though it still works, it may just need to be updated. But you can see it's fucking absolutely beautiful. I mean, whatever you would need, right? Let's say you want to do more in packet. Awesome. And now we're here. Just open it up, get what you need, close it out. You can even, I have this also set up for it. So my special window is Obsidian Notes. Again, Control F, find what we need. Control Shift F, big search. In packet was my example. So you can go down here, transfer files, that's canvases. We want to go to Windows. Now we can do again, Control F, in packet. Now we have all those in packets. Look at that. That's beautiful. Can we do in packet glob? No. You can see, I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. You take this now and you copy it. You know what would be a really sick Obsidian plugin, especially for hacking, is if you were able to change your commands to automatically update with like the user creds you would want. So let's say you get like Fred123, it'll change TAC username value, right? Like this principal or right here to the user that you want. So at that point, you don't even have to modify the command. You can do the same thing with your target IP address. Was you can just copy the command and it's dynamic to where you can either select it or you'll have like a treasure chest of credentials and it'll just update it to be that, which would be sick.
I find you very attractive. Would you go to bed with me?
No, Min browser is what I'm using for the Waybar quick links. I probably just have to update. But that's why I think this is going to be massive. Honestly, maybe Hacktrix just deserves its own window pane also. So if you're doing like PHP, I mean it's everything. I think Hacktrix deserves its own workspace similar to the 80 mind map, which actually, speaking of which, let's do this. Let's go to Kitty, we don't want Exegol. Let's do Z scripts, neovim controller sh. Let's make another terminal. Oops, wrong one. We want to do Kitty like that, and then we want to do Hyper, Hyperland.conf, because this is now our hacking one. This right here. So quit. Let's go to cd waybar, LSA, cd pwn. Yes, so I'm assuming you use Jacool's GitHub repo to install Hyprland on Ubuntu. There is a ton of overlap and issues if you already have GNOME installed or another, well, GNOME's not a window manager, I forgot the term for it. But if you have another display manager or desktop manager, it gets tricky. I tried that originally. When I was on Ubuntu, I did Hyprland on it, and same thing. I ran into a shitload of issues. But I mean, switching to Arch and just having only Hyprland on it makes it like chef's kiss. Yo, Gumas, appreciate it. When you going to bed with me? No, we need to go to config scripts, mind maps. We need to see, we need to do tac peaks. We're using bat. And now, watch this. I don't know if we need these ampersands. I mean, we can do the same thing for fucking... So now, ideally, right, we switch. We're on 4 right now, so we need to exit out of 4. Exit out of 4. Go back to 1. 4's gone now. So, with that being said, what this means is when we switch to our hacking config, the AD mind map should pop up. So if we go to pwn, we should see workspace 4. Or not. That did not work. What if we go home lab and then to pwn? That fay command does not like that. Z scripts, vim controller. I think I run that with ampersand. And then we run pwn. There we go. And now if we do 4, got it! Bang! Look at that. And now we can just go back. So now, boom. You switch your hacking config, you already have the AD mind map pulled up. Shout out Orange Cyber, or Orange Security, whatever they're called. Absolutely aesthetic. How great is that? But now, what I want to do is mess around with changing between window panes. And I want to try, because right now, this is one button. This is super arrow keys. This is super alt, which is very, very similar. So I almost want to see if you can just overwrite, like have 2 binds on the same key, but pending context is how it would respond. So this is all work in progress. Also, what's so great about sim linking and using dot files and copying and having your actual Hyprland config stored elsewhere that copies into it is I can now modify and literally fucking delete hyprland.conf, and then just copy in the other hyperland, or just, again, I do like Pwn or Home Labs, switch the context that I want to be in, and it'll just re-update it. So I can mess with this as much as I want, and it's pretty much like a temp file, is the easiest way to explain it. I don't know what this bind is. But what I want to combine is main mod left, move focus, right? But now what I want to also do where are my, it should be main mod and alt. Here it is. Which is why I almost want to try this and just see how bad this fucks it up. Yeah, that does not work at all. So what we're gonna do, actually, we're gonna yank that. And then we're gonna have Jibbity combine these. So combine or make these keybind. Combine these keybinds so I can use single main mod for both, and it will react depending on context. So we want that, and then we want this. We can yank that again. Hyperland. Add jaunty. This is oh yeah, this is the orange cyber mind map. I can Control S, I think, is my Firefox search. Oh shit. Wait, what? What the fuck is going on? There we go. Oh, I accidentally made this a special. What was I gonna do? Control Shift S is search. Orange Cyber 80 mind map. Orange Cyber Defense. Here we go. Go crazy, yo, sneaky bugs. Appreciate you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see if ChatGPT found a way to combine these. Goal, if you're in a floating workspace. No, we don't want to do that. I just want, like... main mod alt. It's just kind of frustrating. So now that's back to normal. Like that. But the issue is if you try and switch them. Oh, it's going through history. This Hyperland concept, it's changing workspaces because originally this is moving focus, which will carry across workspaces. But also what's frustrating is if you move focus, it doesn't account for what it was prior. But then if you do Alt, it'll keep everything full screen. You can see. What is next? What would next be? Okay, so that's for the workspace. I mean, that does it. That fucking works. So I almost want to chop these out. Control Alt right, Control Alt left. That does the same thing and it stays on the workspace. Because the whole point is because I wanted to have one of those binds free. That's what it was. I wanted to have one of these binds free so that I can also swap workspaces. Like that. Hold on, I gotta turn this down. I have to fucking think for a second. Oh, this is gonna hurt my brain. So right now we have main mod alt, which will cycle the next window. Right? Beautiful. And then we can even move workspaces and do the exact same thing and it stays right there. So I almost want to do main mod left is cycle next.
I find you very attractive.
Because we don't really need... Hold on, wait. Actually, yeah, hold on. Let me cook. CYCLE, cycle next.
Would you go to bed with me?
Hister. And then here we're gonna do cycle next. Next. And now it should, in theory, free these two binds. So with that being said... Oh, did I spell something wrong? Yes. That is not proper language. Okay, so now that does that. Which is so sick. That's beautiful. So now I want... Oh, you could use arrow keys in theory to still... and that still works great. So then that means that Super Alt should change workspaces then. Right? So it should be like this.
I've noticed you around.
So it should be... these two binds actually down here should be main mod, alt, and then boom, 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 boom. E -1. That didn't work. Oh, because that's a key, isn't it? So what if we did this? Main mode. So now... What the fuck? Oh wait, maybe that wasn't. Hyprland, change workspaces. Control plus bracket. That's pretty far away. I don't really hate that. Tokyo Night. Is that the kitty? The kitty theme? Because also remember, this is it's lovely that I have this on my PC with multiple monitors, but this is going to be the config I use for the on-site pen test. So everything has to be under the assumption of one monitor. NeoVim. Oh, this is what did I do that? Lazy Vim. So it might be. It very well could be Tokyo Night. I'm not quite sure. That's just the default. Ooh. Let's turn that on. Deep looking. That is not what we need. Not workspace rules. Binds. Why would you have to unbind? It's Tokyo Night. Money. Among Us. I feel kind of retarded because I deleted the command thinking that this would work. Main mod text. Is it like that? Oh. Previous. Oh. Unless main mod alt's already binded. Main mod alt arrow key. No. Okay, ChatGPT. the fuck? Okay. We'll try that.
I've noticed you around. I find you very attractive. Would you, I find you very attractive. Would you go to bed with me?
That's not working. Yeah, see, that works. What the hell did I just paste in? Yeah, where did I paste that up here? Oh. Like this. Hold on. Why didn't I just copy the scroll from the start? Boom. Workspace E+1. Workspace E-1. Stop fucking playing with me. That's going to work. That's not working. Because I think part of me thinks that there might be another main mod ult. Why would that not work? Main mod mouse down, mouse up works.
Would you go to bed with me? Yes.
Something down here. Main mod control.
I've noticed you around.
No, I don't even think we need those anymore. Oh, that still is messed up binding. We can still change
Would
focus.
you, I find you very attractive.
Oh! Wait.
Would you go to bed with me?
No. See, this works. Why does that not work? This works. And mod and what if we fucking did like D? Just the letter D. Or I guess you have to capitalize that. And then we'll do like L. Is it L marked at all?
Would you go to bed with me?
Yeah, so main mod D works great. Main mod L is already a bind. I don't think alt is a valid. Oh, because it's not alt. That's why. That is exactly why. How can I see? Key is pressed. It's not alt.
I've noticed you around. I find you very attractive. Would you, I find you very attractive.
Pseudo show key.
Would you go
Wait, why did I do that? I can stay in full screen now on everything. So if we do What is key code 56? Key code 56. That worked awfully. This is about as thrilling as coding ever gets. It's fucking electric, Bill. we don't need that. Smart ass remark. I'm just playing. What else can we do? Exev. Oh wait, what if I just do this? No, that's not working. So the alt key was key value 56. What would that be?
I find you very attractive. Would you, I find you very attractive.
Alt underscore L.
Would you go to bed with me?
So do I have to do? Maybe you can't use. No, you definitely can use alt because I was just fucking using it. When I asked to combine those two, main mod.
Would you go to bed with me?
Main mod alt. Okay, so maybe that'll work. Let's just keep these like that. Main mod alt left. Right? Main mod alt right. Right does not exist. Oh, you're right. You're right. You're right. I am wrong. Bang! Bang, bang, bang! Ha ha ha! So let's do this. Watch this. Let's do like 5. We'll open up a terminal. 6. We'll open up a terminal. 7. So now, boom, 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 boom. Right? Just rotate through all the fucking. Oh, god damn, that's so satisfying. I did not mean to snap like that. Oh, let's shoot back to 1.
Would you go to bed with me?
So that also means hone, right? Oh! Fuck, I forgot. It just overrode it. Damn it! That's fucked. Damn it! Oh, no. Hold on, I have to go back to the stream and read. Oh, god damn it. How did I set that up? I think this one we did main mod left. Cycle next. Historic. Cycle next. Was previous the right one? Let's make Cycle next.
I find you very attractive. Would you, I find you very attractive. Would you go to bed with me?
What is that? None for next. Okay. So that means there. Okay. And then we want to do workspaces. So we want to do main mod alt. Where's the mouse? Main mod, comma that workspace, comma e+1. Okay, so main mod, alt, left. I already forgot it. Oh, workspace E1. Left, comma. Workspace E+1. I have a feeling that there's a comma between workspace and E. Yeah, there is. It's literally on the fucking screen. Why did I not just look at that?
I've noticed you around. I find you very attractive. Would you,
Look at that. We do the fucking dance. Bang, 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 bang. Alright. And look at that. And it stays in the workspace, right? So it's like, alright. That's fine. Then we'll do that. It ain't shit to us. But that's also great is we can now stay full screen. Yeah, so let's now do hyperlink comp to or no, it's hacking hyper, isn't it? Yeah. So now, pwn. Boom, 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 boom. Look at that. Keeps our contacts. And be like, alright, we want to go 80 mind map. Stop playing. Stop playing. This is elite. Oh man. It did not back up though. Because we have to do city scripts. LSA, boom, boom. Like that. And then we'll make another one. Neovin, hyperlink. Bang. Update.
would you go to bed with me? Yes.
What?
I've noticed you around.
Oh. Wait, because those are sim linked, right? So they should have updated.
Would you, I find you very attractive. Would you go to bed with me?
So now, if we do head hyperland, yeah, that updated, but the script didn't push. Why? There we go. Oh, because it's watching. I mean, do we have to, should we rather than modify that? I'll do pkill backup.sh. And now, Neovim Hyprland. There we go. Alright, that worked. When are you gonna use Helix? I don't even know what Helix is, brother. Where's Helix? Oh, I'm not being specific enough. Dude, I'm just getting used to Vim. I don't need a different editor. Oh my god, bro. I'm never gonna be proficient in anything. Damn, that looks nice though.
Would you go to bed with me?
This guy needs to chill the fuck out. This is a 10xer. Damn, it's showing the live airs too.
Would you go to bed with me?
Oh my god. No Cloudflare? My keyboard deck.
Would you go to bed with me? Yes. Would you go to bed with me? You know, little CB. Would you go to bed with me? I've noticed you around.
100xer.
I find you very attractive.
Basically Neovim plus, in my opinion.
Would you? I find you very.
Oh my god, dude, it's just an overload of.
Would you go to?
I don't even change anything from Lazy Vim. It is exactly the same thing still. Actually no, that was rude. Looks, maybe we could run this on the Pi when we're doing Docker stuff. To just give it a try. I think that's a good idea.
Would you go to bed with me?
And then watch this. Boom, boom. Boom. Oh, wait.
Would you go to bed with me?
Look at that. Now it's like, oh no. Nope. Even though nothing is in full screen, only this one, right? It fucking does that shit. And it stays on your monitor in your workspace. That's so... That's so chef's kiss. Alright, I'm gonna use the bathroom. I will be right back. We can keep cooking on this though. We're trying to get 10x, just like Jay Danks. He was talking. He's like all keyboard. He doesn't use his mouse. I think my biggest weakness of mouse is the browser. And he was showing us this one browser, Qt. That's all Vim keystrokes. If I can get completely mouseless, I would lose my mind. That's peak computering right there. Never touching your mouse. Actually, yeah, we're gonna install Qt right now. Qt Linux browser. I don't even know how to spell it. Qt. So what if we do like we'll do kitty. Doesn't want to change, that's fine. We'll go there. Full screen already. That's especially because if you're using a laptop, this is gonna be so much smaller. Because this already is. You guys are probably watching it on a laptop or like a phone. This is already would be pretty difficult. So the fact that you can, and again, the thing I've noticed with Hyprland is there's 1,000 different ways to do the exact same thing, right? Where it's like this is almost emulating workspaces going through this. These might as well all be on separate workspaces, right? You could literally just put fucking this on one of those windows within the workspace like that, and it would fucking do the same thing. So that's why, again, there's a bunch of ways to do the same thing, but it's the same thing, but I think you can organize them into different functions or reasons almost. Like you saw, there's the like this workspaces. I mean, we could have a different wiki website hack the box page on all the different workspaces, which could be less correlated than the individual screens on the workspaces, right? Where like you could have all of your dev stuff on this one, on this window, and then you can have all these different tabs for Firefox or all these different terminal things. And again, instead of doing that, you could just use Tmux, use a multiplexer. It's a lot of overlap of the exact same capabilities. I just think the biggest benefit going forward with it and why you should utilize it is for organization. I mean, yeah, fuck, I guess that's really it. It's just staying organized, because you could have everything in all the workspaces. This could pretty much be swapping through workspaces as far as anybody could tell if you didn't know, right? So there's a ton of different ways you can go about it, and they'll all achieve the same thing at the end of the day. I never know which one to get. How do you know? Would it be this one? This is 3.5. Ooh, profile switcher. How do you know which is the main one? I have to get used to those commands.
I find you very attractive.
Chrome Dev Tools. That's fair.
I find you very attractive.
I can't function without workspaces. But isn't this like I'm assuming you have a different thing going on in each workspace, right? Is this not, could you not do that with this now? This is all in one workspace, and we have browser, we have Exegol, it's a Docker container, we have normal terminal. That's like, I don't think there's a correct, yeah, there's not like a right way to go about it. It's just interesting that like the amount of repetitiveness and functionality is like the exact same, which also is a big influence and enabler for creativity, right? Because being that there's 1,000 ways to skin a cat, everybody's gonna have their own way of doing it. Which is also, again, back to the root of Arch, like, it is your system. It is completely up to you, and you understand everything perfectly. Like, you prefer workspaces, you love workspaces, that is all you. And there's nothing against that. You can't. You can't say that's wrong. Because, again, there's 1,000 ways to skin the cat. As long as the cat gets skinned, job's finished, right? It doesn't matter how you do it, which is really cool. I think that's super, super, super sick. Very underrated too. But, oh yeah. How do I know which is the right one? I always see this stuff. Should I go off of latest version? General rule, choose the extra or official repo package, will save a specific reason. Oh, okay. Nice. Alright, now I use the bathroom. Wow, god damn it, that was so fast. Whoa. To zoom in and out. That makes sense. To go to a new web page, press O, then type a URL. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna take a fucking photo. If what you typed as an URL, the search engine will be used instead. To switch tabs, use J and K. Or press Alt number, where number is the position of the tab. Okay, so that's, although Firefox is control, so that's interesting. To close the current tab, press D, H&L to go back. Click on something without using the mouse, press F to show the hints. Oh! That's the driver. Oh, that's the driver right there. Then type the keys next to what you want to click on. Dude. Oh shit. Damn it. How do we go back again? How do you go back? Oh, I like that. Ooh, that's nice. That's some good shit. I'm like crying right now. That's fucking the smartest thing ever. Just adding different like key things to all the hyperlinks and page tabs and stuff. That's chef's kiss. But now how the fuck do we go back? That's previous tab. Oh, I see it. So capital does matter. There's forward, L. Where's backwards? Oh, I guess we just do D too, I guess. Hello, Ken. And then we'll use F. And then we'll do FJ. And then how do we go back now, though? How to go back? How do you go back? I took a photo.
I find you very attractive. Would you,
Oh, big H.
attractive?
Ah. And if we do L. No, it's big L, big H. Oh my god. I mean, this is kind of the last piece to being completely... Can you add browser tabs? Or bookmarks? Can you do bookmarks?
Would you go to bed with me? Would you go to bed with me?
And then we can do big H to go back. Alt B. Oh! Load a quick bookmark.
I've noticed you around.
Alright, we're gonna have to play around with that, but I like that.
Would you,
That looks great. Yo, Omega! Back is H. Yeah, that's oh, I accidentally opened a normal browser. That's what I've noticed too with like Qt kind of gives the same thing as like NeoVim, right? Where Nano and Firefox, very, very easy learning curve, and then you plateau, right? Like you can become an expert, but you plateau because it's there's not a lot of crazy shit. And then here's NeoVim and fucking Qt browser. Takes a lot longer to get there, but you can surpass that skill at some point. And you, like, there's way more capability and skill ceiling, I should say, in a lot of these tools like that. Where like Nano, super easy to learn, not the most 10xer, if that makes sense. But then NeoVim, not easy to learn, but when you do, you'll surpass your efficiency tenfold on Nano, right? All right, now I use the bathroom.
would you go to bed with me? Yes. I've noticed you around. I find you very attractive.
Wait, what the fuck?
Would you,
Why did it just reset it?
find you very attractive? Would you go to bed with me?
Yo, Blanche. Okay, and now we can still move stuff to workspaces. This efficiency is just absolutely like, it's definitely gonna take a minute to get used to this. Hold on, I'm getting a call. Hey, what's up? Good.
Would you go to bed with me? Would you go to bed with me? Yes. Would you go to bed with me? You know, little CB. Would you go to bed with me? I've noticed you around. I find you very attractive. Would you, I find you very attractive. Would you go to bed with me? Yes you will. What you want, the red or blue pill? Why don't you take my steals a deal? Sweet for one, but twice the feel like. Hey, but look at my sex appeal. My attitude, I'm with the mean. You worth every cent of me. Take my breath away, but I don't need to breathe it like. I know I can do it all night. Long and even to the sunlight. Whatever happens is between you and I and both my lives. There's no need to get sentimental. We got some chemistry, let's get experimental. Put me on your lips, suck me like a menthol, make me lose my mind. Make me lose my mind. Would you go to bed with me?
Oh, dude, I love Exegol. Exegol is huge. Hold on, let me, I've been doing this mobile proxy thing. I gotta reset this. I never even used the bathroom. Just getting all the packages.
Would you go to bed with me? Yes. Would you go to bed with me? You know, little CB. Would you go to bed with me? I've noticed you around.
Fuck, who's I gotta text that kid.
I find you very attractive. Would you, I find you very attractive. Would you go to bed with me? Yes you will. What you want, the red or blue pill? Why don't you take my steals a deal? Sweet for one, but twice the feel like. Hey, but look at my sex appeal.
Okay, this is gonna turn into a lot more work than necessary. Agreed. Yeah, container tooling is so money. You literally just like Exegol, especially because there's the cat load user. I have this now, so this runs every time. Zoxide, EXA, core utils, fast fetch, completely unnecessary. FCF, and then it pulls my ZSH or RC config. So it's the exact same terminal interface as my normal one, which is badass. But yes, container tooling is definitely the way. I think moving away from VM, less extensive. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to waste any of your guys' times. So I'm gonna end this for now. I've been running lately instead of walking, which has been a lot faster and more efficient. So the goal is to be able to get online later and continue this. But with that being said, peace. Appreciate kicking it with you guys and the support. Also, here are the dot files for everything now that it's completely all symlinked. So, and here's the command. So I'm curious to see how this turns out, if anybody wants to give that a shot. But with that being said, peace, deuces. Have a great rest of your day. I will be in the Discord. I'll be around. Discord server link is in the video description. I just need to figure out this stuff right now first. But